Hello, Farkam Aster. So today I'm doing a different video, a retrospective view on 2017 in terms of fragrances. Before I go there, I want to thank you all for sticking out with me, tuning in to listen to what I have to say. It really means a lot, so thank you for that. Now, moving on to the video, I'm going to be covering 4 segments, so I'm going to be brief so that the video doesn't get too long. The first segment is going to be favorite houses that I've discovered in 2017, and I enjoyed exploring them. The second segment is going to be favorite fragrances of 2017, not necessarily some that have been released in 2017, but the ones that I've tried and enjoyed. So pretty much a concept where, like, if you woke me up in the middle of the night and asked me to give you a list, the ones that have impacted me the most, I'm going to give out that list today. Now, the third segment is going to be worst fragrance of 2017, and then the fourth segment is going to be pretty much what I'm looking forward to in 2018. And then with that, let's start with the first segment. So starting with the House of Royal Crown, beautiful presentation here. We're going to look at Oud Al-Melka, which is pretty much a slightly medicinal oud, nothing funky or barnyard here. I get musk, spices, and some florals in moderation. Moving to Noor next, most prominent of course are patchouli, labdanum woods, balsamic feel with a powdery feel overall. Well done as well. And then next, habanos. If you like your tobacco mature, not dipped in too much sweetness, this is it. This is a mature tobacco with unusual supporting note. Worth trying if you like your tobacco notes there, but in a mature way. Next is Celebration, which is pretty much a minty fresh citrus accord with an interesting twist. Really refreshing during summer. And then last but not least, we're looking at Rain, comparable to Green Irish Tweed. I do like Rain a little better. I ended up selling my bottle of Green Irish Tweed in favor of Rain. Next, we're looking at the House of Henri Jacques. These are oils, 15 ml. Then do also have sprays as well, but then they're really well known for their oils, the quality. When I was made aware of this house, I decided to take a gamble and actually blind buy these because they're really hard to get in the US. So the 2 that I have here, and then there are a lot more than what they show on the Harrods website, for example. But then the 2 that I have here are pretty much Monsieur Bouquet and then Roi Sans Équipage. Brief description about these 2, starting with the Roi Sans Équipage. This is a fresh, aromatic, spicy, piney, ambery, a bit of floral tobacco, and a little bit of patchouli. And to dry down, I get a little bit of leathery undertones. Moving on to Monsieur Bouquet, a smoky patchouli, fresh pine, spices, and again that incensey feel. Overall, I'm pretty impressed by the quality of these 2. Longevity was great, and then actually surprised about the projection that I get out of these oils. Definitely recommend if you can try these. I'm actually jealous of people that can actually walk into their stores or Harrods and actually sample these. These were a blind buy for me, and then they were well worth it. Next, we're looking at the House of Nabucco, which is now well talked about, but believe me, these are stunning fragrance oils. Starting with the 60 ml presentation, then the next one is the 20 ml presentation, and they have a 5 ml presentation which they call Amulette. Brief description of Nabucco Parfum Fin: a fresh citrusy incensey accord, soft spices, I get aromatic woody tones, a bit of rose and amber. Is quite an elegant and mature offering. Next is Gamma Phi Lambda, centered around spices of fenugreek and anise. I also get ambergris, soft leather, mossy accord, and a light rose. Overall, I think these are great, well made. I'm also interested in there's another one that is geared towards women, but I heard is like a beautiful gourmand, so I'm looking forward to trying that as well. Besides the beautiful presentation that you see here, the oils are really well done. So next we're looking at the House of Arish Le Doré, Russian Adam Feel Oud. If you know him, you already know the quality of his work. If you don't, and then you wonder what these are all about, they're bold, animalic representation with quality ingredients here. Like I've mentioned before, challenging is not going to be for everyone, but like I said, if you fall in the category where you like animalic, bold, daring fragrances, dirty musks, you're going to be pleased with this line. My favorites so far are Ottoman Empire and Influx de Fleur, which I did reviews on, so I'm going to leave a link below so you can check them out if you want. The least challenging, I would say, is Atlantic Ambergris. It has that mineral sea like a core of ambergris paired with other supporting note I think is beautiful, and then not as challenging as the others in this lineup. But again, do yourself a favor if you fall in that category where you like bold, animalic, with quality ingredients. Check this house out. Next, we're looking at the House of Oud. Stunning presentation. I just love the bottle design. Brief description, starting with Crop 2016 here, which is a limited edition. They also have Crop 2017, but back to 2016. An oud with a minty top, and then you get like a tea note and sandalwood in the dry down. Next to that, you have Cypress Shade, a green fresh scent, really beautiful during summer. And following is Empathy, which is a fruity woody with a tobacco dusting, really yummy, delicious there. I really like especially that light tobacco dusting that you got on the dry down. Now, next to that, I have Grape Pearls, which is really reminiscent of Intense Coffee. And then last but not least, I have Almond Harmony, which is pretty much a delicious, yummy, almond-centric fragrance. Besides the presentation, I think the scents are really well done, and pricing for the presentation and the quality of the scent is actually great. Next, we're looking at the line of Pierre de Velay on the Roja Dove's direction. So if you love his work, you're going to definitely appreciate what he has done here. You can get the DNA in some of these creations. Stunning as always presentation. I did a review on number 1 and number 11, so I'm going to leave a link below if you want to check them out. I'm working on 6 and 56. Overall, again, like I said, if you like his work, you're definitely going to love these ones. Give them a try. So if I was going to recommend one to start with, because these are kind of hard to come by, I'm going to say go with one, but they're all equally, they're so different, they're all well done. These are hard to obtain in the US, but if you contact the store, Roja Dove Haute Parfumerie store, they might be able to arrange something for you and then actually ship it to the US. Those who are in the UK and then can actually go into the store and sample these, highly recommended that you check them out. So the next house that we're going to be looking at, that I discovered in 2017 and I was pretty impressed by, is the House of Daniel Hossier, which was introduced to me by my friend Tiffany. She sent me a generous size sample of Amber Tabac. Loved it. When I got the chance, I explored the house further. Amber Tabac is pretty much in line with Ojan by Parfum de Mali, and then Amber Narguilé. I prefer Amber Tabac a little bit more than Ojan, for example, because I get a light tobacco dusting in the dry down of Amber Tabac. Ended up actually selling my bottle of Ojan in favor of Amber Tabac. And then next to that is Vetiver. Reminded me of Vetiver Geranium by Creed. Beautiful fragrance. Next to that is Kaleidoscope Mystery Oud, and then the last one is Green Leather, which is pretty much a fresh, bright, fruity leather. Not the same as Tuscan Leather by Tom Ford. It's much brighter, fresher, and then the leather is not as prominent or bold as in Tuscan Leather. Overall, great lineup. I really like his work. Price is really good, at least at the time I got them. Now you can actually sample them in the US. I think there's a store called Osme in Miami where you can sample them. So do yourself a favor if you're in the area and then you can sample them, give them a try. I think they're well done. Onto the House of Pure Distance. It all started with a recommendation from a friend to try M, which is along the same line as Fetish from Roja Dove, but I think M is a little bit cleaner, and I ended up getting the rest. Number 1 is pretty much a light floral with some sweet orange accord and a mimosa. I need to spend more time with it, but that's what I got the few times that I wore it. I think it is pretty. Moving on to black, the main accords that I get out of this one are pretty much incense, wood, spices, leather, patchouli, another great one from the house. And then Antonia is pretty much a green orris opening, drying down to soft floral bouquet. Just amazing florals in the dry down. I really like it. The top, I'm not so sure. You have to like greenery to actually appreciate the top. And then along with the orris note here, adds like a mature vibe to it in the opening, but the dry down is just amazing. And then, of course, the last one is Au Perdu. I got a smaller one. This one is a floral bomb, but the pretty floral at that is really a comfort scent for me. That's why I got it, and I'm really pleased with this this one. So overall, I think the house is really well done. Pricing is a little high, but so far I'm not disappointed with what I have. And I'll encourage you, if you're interested, to try some of these, and then starting with M or black, depending on your taste. But again, like this one, I wouldn't dismiss it as a gorgeous, pretty floral if you're into florals there. Moving on quickly to our next segment, which is my favorite fragrances that I've tried in 2017, omitting some of the favorite houses that I've covered in previous segment. These are going to be it. So starting, the first one is Picovaya Dama by Xerjoff, clean, powdery musk with an incense. It's not really an incense feel, but it's hard to describe. I'm going to be covering that in detail in my review. Next to that is Amber Oud by Roche d'Or, the Absolu Précieux version. I tried the regular version, didn't like it because it was muted, vanished too quickly from my skin, and somebody recommended that I should try the Absolute Précieux version, and then loved it when I tried it and ended up with a bottle. Next to that is Sakura by Dior, which is one of the fairly recent releases. This is a simple fragrance, not groundbreaking, but this is the first fragrance that actually made me wear a fragrance to bed. Such a comfy, comfortable fragrance to wear for me, and I wear it a lot when I go to bed. First one to make me wear a fragrance to bed, actually. Next to that is Boudicca Victorious Valiant, creamy floral vanilla with woods and sandalwood, just stunning presentation and fragrance as well. And then following that is Roche d'Or Haute Luxe version. This one has a mature retro vintage feel, but I just love it. But then next to that, not this, but my absolute favorite that I tried this year is actually Great Britain. I have a sample at the moment, but once that is in the collection, I think I will love it better than the Haute Luxe. It's just a stunning fragrance. I can't wait to get a full bottle of that. And then following that is Tiziana Terenzi Teal, lush, sexy, cozy, musky floral vanilla with amber. Just a delicious and sexy concoction there. And then another one that made me actually really enjoy summer, wearing fragrances during summer, is Aqua Sextus by Gilles Mad. Refreshing with a twist there. I really like that one. So these are the fragrances if you were to wake me up in the middle of the night and ask me which one I loved the most in 2017. Again, omitting some of the favorite houses that I've discovered in a previous segment. These will be it. Of course, if I was going to cover all of them, the list is going to be long, but these are the ones that off the top of my head will make the list. Now, on to the following segment, which is worst fragrance that I've tried. Is going to go to Enchanted Forest by the Vagabond Prince. That thing did not work on my skin whatsoever, and actually I've been dabbing in some essential oils, fragrance oils, and then absolutes, and then it actually reminded me of one that is called Sauvignon. Has a strong leafy herbal pissy blackcurrant vibe to it, and that's what I got out of Enchanted Forest on my skin. The supporting notes that were supposed to make the fragrance or the blackcurrant accord more interesting didn't appear on my skin, so all I got was that leafy green herbal almost pissy vibe. If you love it, don't be offended by my take on it. It just didn't work on my skin. On to the final segment, 2018. What am I looking forward to? Continue with my goal of downsizing and removing redundant fragrances that I don't like, mainly because I blind buy a lot. I end up with overlapping fragrances and having a favorite in that genre. I end up not using them. So going forward, 2018, more sampling, only getting the ones that really grab me. And then at this point in my journey, it's kind of hard to find something that really wows me. I can recognize quality and all that, but it's hard at this point to find something that is really unique. So with that, more sampling, and then only getting the ones that I really love so that I don't expand exponentially my collection. Along with that, to kind of spice things out, keep things interesting, I've been tinkering here and there during 2017 with raw materials. Really fun, but due to time constraint, I wasn't able to actually sit down and then concentrate or focus on that and really dive in. I've been able to close some of my personal projects in 2017. I'll have a little bit more time in 2018, so I'll be able to do more reviews and focus on actually playing with the notes and having fun with that, creating something on my own. I think it's just fun and adds a little bit of spicy, interesting element to the hobby, another interesting facet of the hobby here. So those are the two things that I'm looking forward to in 2018 in terms of fragrances. Thank you for bearing with me this long. In the comment section below, let me know what is your favorite house that you've discovered during 2017, favorite fragrances of 2017, the worst fragrances that you've tried, and what you're looking forward in 2018. Again, thank you for watching. Happy New Year, and then take care of yourselves. Thank you.